What's up, everybody? Welcome to You Know What to Do in a Piece with Netta. And on today's topic, we're going to be talking about forgiveness. But we're going to try something a little different. So I'm going to be up here daily with the daily affirmation on whatever topic that I am talking about today. So, of course, everything is about going within, being in alignment, and just being your best self. So that's what this channel is about. Tapping into who your true self, your authentic self, being yourself, living yourself, being the master onion of your life and peeling back the layers, doing the healing work, but also doing the footwork into making your dreams and your purpose come true and just living your best life. So, and being who you are and speaking your truth with no apologies. So today's topic, we're going to be talking about forgiveness, but we're going to start with the affirmation. Today's affirmation is, as I forgive myself, it is easier for me to forgive others. Again, as I forgive myself, it is easier for me to forgive others. Excuse that background noise, if anything. That's my neighbors. But yes. As I forgive myself, it is easier for me to forgive others. So forgiveness. Forgiveness was very hard at one point for me in my life. I thought I forgave. Let me stop lying. No, I really did think I forgave, but my forgiveness was like real harsh. It wasn't really forgiving. It was really just like holding on, thinking I forgave, but still had an attitude about the situation. But I really learned how to truly forgive, because forgiveness is really for yourself. You're putting yourself in a cage for a situation that the other person probably don't even care about or forgot about or just is not thinking about. And you're being dragged through the mud through your life, and either you're carrying this baggage with a bunch of bags, being a bag lady or bag man, and you're holding on. Everybody got their stuff, but you have to sort through it. You got to go through those bags and just be bagless. You cannot hold on to anything. And not forgiving is just, you're going to be bitter and you're going to be mad, or yeah, that's totally it. You're going to be mad. You're going to have stuff that you're holding on to. And in life, there's always a new challenge. There's always a new lesson. So if you have learned the lesson and you understood what you needed to learn from it, then you have to just release it, let it go. And now you have the knowledge and the tools to turn that knowledge into action, which will become wisdom to do better next time. Or if you're like the rest of everybody else in this world, sometimes we have to learn lessons multiple times or more than once. I don't like to learn any lesson more than once, but I have had where I had to learn something a second time and to be like, hey, you didn't learn it the first time, so now it's coming back around again. So I had to learn to forgive myself and check myself, and build that relationship with myself and become the spy, become the observer, not even the spy, because you have to have some form of consciousness in your life to be aware. You have to be aware of what's going on, something that is not going right in your life, or either life is not going the way that you want it. And I'm not talking about being in the unknown and not knowing, but still moving forward, if that makes sense. But I mean, like, your life is just a shitstorm right now, and you're just in frantic. Everything outside of you is affecting you with that, when everything is already within us. So we have to learn to go within and build that relationship with our higher selves and within ourselves, because our relationship with ourselves is the catalyst for the relationship with everybody else in this world. Everything is vibration and frequency, which I will get to into another video, and the whole law of attraction. But what you have to understand about that is the law of vibration. And then you have the law of cause and effect and just different things. So I don't want to get too much into that right now, but forgiveness. I feel like forgiveness, we all need it. We all need to do it. And it will all, happen to us one day, to where somebody will tell us they forgive us, or we have to forgive someone else. So we'll be on both sides of the track at one point in our lives. So, and then also just putting yourself in other people's shoes. There's a lot of things in this that happens, and we're just like, yo, that's crazy, that's messed up. But if you shift your perspective and put your foot in other people's shoes, you'll be like, okay, I may still not have done this, but if I put my foot in their shoes, and from their mindset, and from their, just from their mindset, period, you may be able to you'll see a different view other than yours. And there's a lot of heinous things that goes on in this world, and I just know that everything happens for a reason, no matter how heinous it may be. This world has to balance out. So I just look into things deeper, not saying that I don't have any empathy or compassion, or just I don't respond to it, but I don't react to it and just put so much energy into something that's not serving, So you have to continue moving forward, and don't get distracted by things that's not serving you. And I believe a lot of things in this world is a distraction to get us from, being our authentic selves and remembering who we are, and realizing that if we tap within, everything is already within us. So I feel like forgiveness in a whole is like the beginning, of this journey. As I told y'all before, I had my spiritual awakening around 2012. So my healing journey, I had to go back into my past, into my childhood, and heal inner child wounds. I didn't even know what I was doing, and some of the work I was skipping over because I had a lot of suppressed feelings and emotions that I didn't go through. I just suppressed it. I was just like, okay, this happened. I understand why this happened. Okay, I forgive you. I wasn't even acknowledging how I was feeling. I wasn't accepting how I was feeling, so it just suppressed. Only thing I wanted to do was just be like, okay, I'm over it. I forgive you. Eyes be rolling, because it was still affecting me. But I guess I just didn't really want to subconsciously deal with it. So suppressed emotions come back up as anger and rage, which is still energy. So now it's like, oh shoot, I'm not supposed to feel these feelings. It was just a lot. And I had to forgive myself for suppressing my emotions and not allowing myself to feel my emotions. Now we have emotions on every end of the spectrum. We're supposed to feel everything. It's okay. If you're angry, if you're enraged, you're enraged, but don't stay in it. And I had to learn to master my emotions, but I had to learn to, even self-discipline, but that doesn't mean you berate or you belittle yourself. And I was just very hard on myself, so I had a lot of forgiveness from myself. And I used to hold on to past things, feeling like I should have reacted, or at one point reacted, or maybe should have just responded in a different way. And I had to forgive myself, because I did the best that I could with the tools that I had at that time. And you got to look at other situations too, when people do things to you. people only doing the best thing that they know how to do at that time. And it ain't really about you. People do things, they're projecting what they feel about themselves on you. So I just learned, like, why hold on? Like, just let go. Like, it will be all heavy and shit all in your chest and in your heart. It just does not make any sense. Let go. And you will feel liberated. Liberated. It's just like, yo, I'm free. Like, you free yourself. You holding on for what? Oh, because society said, or this person said, or in your mind, you program yourself to make yourself feel some type of way, and then you not forgiving yourself turns in different forms of habits and mindset for self-sabotage. It just can get, and it doesn't make sense. So I would say the whole tool, one big tool or one big key of life is forgiveness, because people are going to irk your nerves. But you gotta learn how to master your emotions. Like, just be like, oh, okay, like, just brush it off your shoulders. You know, some things you'll learn how to master your emotions so you won't even be offended. It'll just be like, why is that person even talking? Or you won't even have that around you. You know, once you clean up your energy and you start doing the healing, you start doing the inner work, and you start doing your shadow work, that's when you can look in the mirror and say, yo, I love myself, flaws and all. You know, good, bad, ugly, great, all that. Because you have to love yourself no matter what. We all have the shadow side and the light side. We just have to make, you know, it's all one. There's no duality. You got to master yourself so that there isn't no duality within you, just one. And know that you're continuously a work in progress, and you'll be able to transmute that negative energy into positive energy. And I don't think that there's nothing wrong. Like, it balances each other out in the game. So a big key in life is just forgiveness for anything. You know, even if you don't reconcile within that relationship, or just deal with that person after that, or whatever the circumstance is, it's fine, but you forgive them. There's no ill will. You don't wish them no negative. It's just you take all that energy out, you package it out, and you give it back to them. Like, okay, I've been carrying your shit for so long. I'm going to package it up for you, and there you go. You can have it. You could keep it. You know, things like that. And I forgive you, and either you can reconcile, or either you could tell them, you know, go that way. So, you know, but no attitude. Just be like, you know, I hope you live your best life. You know, have a good one. Bye. Like, you know, just chill. So, I'm going to tell y'all some tools on some forgiveness so that you can do. I'm going to state as one quote because I love it, by Louise Hayes. And it says, forgiveness is for yourself because it frees you. It lets you out of that prison you put yourself in. And Louise Hayes wrote that quote as well. She was a big, you know, I could say into like metaphysics and law of attraction. And she wrote the book, Heal Your Life. You can heal your life. And she has basically the affirmations on different illnesses and how our emotions and our thoughts and our energy manifest things into our lives, especially when we're having negative thoughts and we're angry, and it comes out as an illness, just like something simple such as a sty. If you're angry at something and you're just not letting go and forgiving, you can manifest a sty in your eye, and they say that's bacteria and stuff. Not saying that it's not caused by bacteria, but as far as the emotional body, you know, you're manifesting a dis-ease in your body, so you can cause something such as a sty, you know, in your eye, and it's basically saying that you're seeing life through angry eyes, or either you're mad at someone. So, and I've had that happen to me, and I don't catch thighs. Like, I don't be putting my hands in my face and my eyeballs and things of that nature. So, but I stated an affirmation for a couple of days, and I didn't put no style medicine or no Vaseline in my eye. I did put a little bit of coconut oil on it, but other than that, I didn't touch it. And I was saying the affirmations, and it seemed like it went away. But I was also doing the inner work of releasing the rage that I had and a little anger. So, tools for forgiveness is just let it go, let it flow. Acknowledge and process your emotions and what you're going through, because they are valid. But get to the truth and pinpoint out, what's fact, and just pull through the emotions. Master yourself and really ask yourself, like, do you really have to respond and act this way? Or is this really true? And try to look at the other person's perspective. But if, a lot of times, just try to be happy instead of being right. And even if you are right, like, you don't have to say, oh, I'm right. No, if you know that what you feel is straight fact, they hurt you. Okay, so now what else are you going to do? Are you going to continuously hold on, or are you just going to make different moves? You're going to have to move different around this person or this whole situation. Acknowledge what you need to forgive, and acknowledge what you need to forgive. And then you're going to have to accept what happened, and then move on. I feel like, and also heal whatever that offense is. Because you don't want to go into life and somebody does something similar and you respond or you react the same way that you did before. So you still got to do the inner work. It's like, what is within me that is triggering this whole response or reaction that I'm having, do know that each mistake is a learning experience. Just life is about experiences, and life is an experience. We have different challenges to help us, and just we're divine beings having a human experience. So we're learning as we go, and we're unveiling and remembering and just tapping into who we are and standing in our power. We need to really tap in and to go with them, because things are shifting and things are changing. Things is not what they used to be, and it's a good thing. Things is changing for the better. Look at the bigger picture, pause but never fall back. When you're moving forward in life, sometimes you may have doubts and fears, and you got to move past those doubts and fears. And you may, feel like you're tired during, just your journey and your healing or anything, period. Don't stop and move back. You can pause and you can rest, but just keep moving forward. Don't ever stop or just go backwards. Just keep moving forward, because there's nothing behind you. Everything is in your present and in front of you. Always send love and compassion to yourself and others. That's key. You don't want to be harsh, and because that's just you projecting yourself out on other people. And if you treat yourself harsh, you're going to treat other people harsh. So you need to be compassionate. And if you treat yourself harsh, then other people, because that's what you're going to attract. You're going to attract what you are. Quit being overcritical on yourself. Like, yes, self-discipline, but don't berate or belittle yourself. Get clear about what you want, so that you understand why you went through what you went through. You understand the learning experience. You learned something out of it, you know. And stop the narrative. It's so many narratives that we run in this world about ourselves, other people, society, different cultures. Just stop a lot of narrative. Change your narrative. We put so much energy into different things and it manifests. Change the narrative. Stop the narratives. Focus more on what you want than what you don't want. And if you want to do an exercise on forgiving someone, but the person's not here or whatever, you can role play with a friend. Let that person be you and you be the other person, or vice versa, and role play. And I would say do it maturely. Do it a couple of times, but really say what you feel. And allow the other person to look outside the whole situation and give you a little bit of their feedback, but someone who's mature and with someone who will be biased, to the whole situation and not pick sides. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and just know that forgiveness is all about you, but also just checking the other perspective from other people, emotions and mental states and thought forms. And everybody's not going to think like you and feel the same way you do about different things, and that's fine. That's why we're all different. But you have to have compassion and love. And like I said, forgiveness is about you, and it starts with you, and it's about building that foundation, that solid foundation with yourself. Because like I said before, everything we've ever needed is already within us, and also our relationship with ourselves is the catalyst for other people. So we teach people how to treat us on a physical, spiritual, and mental level. So it's physical vibration and just your thoughts about yourself, and that's why you have to take care of you before you could take care of everybody else. Because you won't have nothing to help or be of service to. And then when you're all dried out, you just, So take care of yourself. Fill up your cup. Take care of you first. Forgive you. Build that relationship with yourself. And remember, forgiveness is for you. Okay? So I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.